Good morning. Welcome to the Commissioners' Work Session for February 16th, 2022. We'll start with the Hospital Authority.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning, Mr. Swick.
Good to see everybody this morning. So the Meadville Medical Center approached the Crawford County Hospital Authority again this year to provide some additional financing. The intent this year is they're going to borrow $14,250,000 to refinance the debt that they incurred in 2018 and 2019. Basically, it's an interest rate play. They're locking in some lower term interest rates and taking out some other debt that has some payoff provisions and some higher interest rate provisions. So the authority met last week and approved the resolution to approve the borrowing. As this board knows, the current tax laws require the elected body that establishes the authority to approve by resolution the borrowing. So we would be asking you to do that next week.
Okay. Any questions for John? No. Thank you.
One final note, Wally Irwin, longtime board member, passed, as the board knows. So we're down a member. So we have a couple options that you tell me how you would like me to proceed with this opening. I can submit those to the board for consideration. You guys, if you want to open it up.
It seems to be a specialty of Commissioner Saul.
Yeah, so that's why I was kind of looking at Chris.
On that point, I want to thank you because I saw the article in the Meadville Tribune where you mentioned that the authority is looking for a member because of the passing of Wally Irwin. So
yes. Well,
I think
yes.
you've done your due diligence in putting the word out, in my opinion.
Okay,
so my thought is your body can use whatever process you use to make a recommendation to us. I don't think we need a list of names and we choose. I think you tell us who you would choose.
Good. So we have a name from the eastern part of the county, which I think is good to get somebody from the eastern part. So we will submit that to the board. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Thank you, John.
All right.
Juvenile probation.
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Holly.
Warren Holly.
This is really a follow-up from the purchase request for the house arrest equipment that we had in the last meeting. It's just the updated agreement to purchase the 5 units that I requested. They wanted their own contract first in order to release the equipment, so they're just looking to update the purchase agreement.
Okay.
Keith reviewed the agreement.
Okay. One question, Holly. I read this article yesterday about 3G interference with ankle bracelets and electronic monitoring. Have you heard any of that at all?
I have not. No.
I just yesterday they said they were, and Heidi, I guess for Trevor too, a concern that the older monitoring devices may be affected by 3G versus 5G. I just didn't know if your manufacturer had told you that at all. So
Not that I'm aware of. I can check it on that.
it was maybe a Pennsylvania county somewhere that was concerned about that. So I
3G goes away, right?
right, and they said it may have an issue with the monitoring. And I don't know if an older one. So
our older ones that we're using, and that's why they're becoming obsolete this year. So that's probably
maybe that's part of the
technology.
Okay,
So.
I thank you.
Thanks.
Public safety.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Greg.
Warren
Morning, Greg.
We're just going to request approval to renew a license for our surveillance camera system for the software. It's $930 through Mobilecom. It's through our wireless funds at no expense to the county.
Okay.
And we're going to request that you approve the hazardous materials emergency preparedness report that we submitted. That will be in anticipation of receiving our hazmat response fund grant coming down the road.
Okay. Thank you, Greg. Any questions?
Thank you.
Okay. The courts.
Morning, Heidi.
Good morning.
Morning, Heidi.
This morning, we're seeking approval for payment of the Crawford County Bar Association and Pennsylvania Bar Association fees for 2022 for the court attorneys. That total is $7,614.
Any questions for Heidi?
So these are both the county and the state?
Yeah, the county takes care of billing for the state.
Okay.
So it goes all
Okay.
through one place. So the check goes to the county,
Okay.
but it actually pays county and state.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
This
thank
only
you.
said county. That's why I just wanted to be sure. Got it. Thanks.
IT.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Warren, Tim.
Morning, Tim.
Morning, Tim.
IT is here to request the approval of the purchase of the true-up for year 3 of the 19 through 21 Microsoft Enterprise Agreement from CDWG for $35,307.
Okay.
Next, we're going to be requesting the approval for the purchase of the 22 through 24 Microsoft Enterprise Agreement from CDW for $111,320.11 per year. And finally, we're here to request the ratifying of the purchase of software, or hardware support for our county servers from Park Place Technologies for $1,585.11.
And C, you need to have it ratified, so.
Yeah, they're actually, our three servers, the R730s, they expired last month, so
Okay.
we just need to
Okay.
get them.
Any questions for Tim? Thank you.
Thank you.
The County Care Center.
Morning, Tanya.
Good morning.
Morning, Tanya.
Good morning. I'd like to request to ratify the contract with HVA, and this is for the Nurse Aid Training Program to include the 2022 rates.
Okay.
And then to request to approve 2 PTAC units from Direct Supply at a price of $853.99 each for a total of $1,707.98 to be paid from maintenance minor equipment, and these are for in the resident rooms.
Yeah, those individual units, right?
They are.
Thank you.
And then request to approve the purchase of 2 wall heaters from R.E. Michael at the price of $597.87 each for a total of $1,195 to be paid from maintenance minor equipment, and this would be for the shower room, the resident shower room on Maple. And request to approve the purchase of 1 AccuTemp Evolution steamer. This is a floor model from Hobart for a total of $4,000 to be paid from dietary minor equipment.
And you can, what were the other options we had, Tanya? So I told these guys, but it's,
So we could do repairs to the existing one. It was almost $2,000, but it's an 11-year-old piece of equipment, and even if we did the repairs, it might not be successful, and a new unit was $10,000. We did put requests out to 2 other vendors, but they didn't have anything that's available now because of supply issues. And with the floor model, you know, it's a less expensive option, and it is available.
appreciate it, thank you.
Does Hobart take our old one back? Do we get any credit
It's
for it? Do
too
we just
old,
junk
no.
it? What-
Just wanted,
Yeah.
just gonna, you guys scrap it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay,
yeah, it's,
I just wondered. Okay.
yeah. If it was in better shape, they probably
You
would.
wanna buy a steamer?
Yeah.
I'll think about it, thank you.
And then, lastly, to request to approve the purchase of 1 Simplex door lock from Builders Hardware in the amount of $520 to be paid from maintenance supplies.
Any questions for Tanya? Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Crawford County Maintenance does not look like Mark Mellon. All new presenters have to identify themselves and say where they went to school at.
Good morning, Mr. Henry. Good morning, Commissioners.
You don't want to say Maplewood? I can't
Sure,
believe.
Maplewood High School.
Thank you, awesome, thank you.
Okay.
Good choice.
Requesting approval to pay an invoice for professional services for Brian Noah, County Project Manager for $37.53.
Okay,
Next, requesting to ratify approval of invoices from Courthouse Remodeling Project for the Register and Recorder remodel in the amount of $88.87.
okay,
Next, requesting approval to transfer $4,915.53 from the general fund to the liquid fuels fund. This is due to the administrative costs exceeding the 10% total of the low allocation for '21.
okay,
Requesting approval of payment of the invoice for courthouse remodeling project for the new VAC system to advertise in the Meadville Tribune for $920.50.
okay,
Requesting approval to purchase sidewalk salt from DeSantis Solutions for $1,421. And lastly, requesting approval to accept the contract from Savets Energy Services to facilitate installing LED lighting in the renewed Life Haven for $3,475.
okay. Any questions for Jen?
Nope.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Human Services?
Morning, Sue.
Morning, Sue.
Morning, Sue.
I am requesting to approve to post a 2011 Ford Fusion SEL all-wheel drive sedan to public surplus for auction.
Okay,
Requesting to ratify payment to Center for Family Services for the delivery of ERAP 1 services for the period 12/21 to 1/3/2022, and admin reimbursement for the period 11/1/21 to 11/30/21. Total cost, $26,706.72 with no cost to the county, all paid with ERAP funds.
Okay,
Requesting to approve to eliminate the full-time transportation dispatcher position, which was recreated on 8/11/21. We are no longer in need of the position as we have chosen to keep it a per diem position.
okay,
Requesting to approve to remove the temporary designation from per diem transportation dispatcher position, which was created on 7/14/21. We would like this position to become a permanent per diem position.
okay,
Requesting to ratify the purchase requisition to the Pennsylvania Association of County Administrators, Mental Health Developmental Services for yearly membership dues in the amount of $6,439. The cost to the county is $343.77.
okay,
Requesting to approve purchase requisition to the Pennsylvania Association of County Human Services Administrators for yearly membership dues in the amount of $1,571.90. Cost to the county is $241.95.
okay,
Requesting to approve purchase requisition to the Pennsylvania Children and Youth Administrators for yearly membership dues in the amount of $2,852.27. Cost to the county is $623.45.
okay,
And finally, requesting to approve an amendment to outside in-school experiential education. The providers switched their 2 residential programs from one location to another on 9/1/21, meaning that the certificates of compliance that were applicable to Pathways to Recovery from 7/1 to 8/31/21 are now for the Voyagers program from 9/1/21 to 6/30/22. The rates, maintenance, admin split, and applicable 4E percentages remain the same for the entire fiscal year. We were notified by OCYF on 2/3/22 of this change, and as a JPO placed a kid into the Voyagers program on 2/7, the contract needs to reflect the location changes before invoicing and payment occurs.
Any question for Stu?
No.
Appreciate those small numbers still, he's doing good. I think Gail was just playing this the whole time, I don't know.
Yeah, it didn't look that way.
Finance?
Good morning.
Good morning, Stephanie.
For your approval, I have invoices totaling $25,798.83. The first is to Townville Area Ambulance Service. It is a donation. It was to offset some of the costs for the EMT classes in East County. The total amount is $7,116.23. This comes from revenue replacement through ARPA. And with this, we'll have paid both the East County and West County for the classes. The next is to Crawford County Drug and Alcohol. It's fiscal year 21-22, quarters 1 and 2, HSBG match in the amount of $13,179. This comes from drug and alcohol contributions and grants. And lastly, to the Meadville City Treasurer for the yearly stormwater management user fee. The amount is $5,503.60, and it comes from public utility services in various departments.
Any questions for Stephanie? Okay. Crawford County Fair Board, Commissioner Witherspoon is going to handle that.
Yeah, we have several contracts for us to approve, as with the MOU that was signed between the commissioners and the Fair Board. Upon the Fair Board approving their contracts, all contracts then come to the commissioners for approval. So we have those before us today. The first one is requesting to approve the Derby Dog contract for the demolition derby show on Saturday the 27th. That'll be one show at 5 o'clock. Any questions on that one?
Nope.
Okay, and then requesting to approve the contract with Golf Carts Unlimited. This is a contract for 27 carts for the week of the fair. Those are used by maintenance. There's a couple for maintenance. There's quite a few of them for moving senior citizens around and handicap around the fairgrounds, and then a few for the Fair Board to use.
Okay.
And then next contract is the approval of the contract with Hagen Business Machines. This is for a printer for use in the fair office.
Francis, are they able to take the opportunity to look at our own Hagens? I just wonder, I don't know if it's,
I guess that'd be a question we could pose
we could just
to
ask them,
Mark and
just curious if they
see
could
if they-
help them, yeah?
could at least look at it
Save a
that
little
way.
bit, I just wondered about that, so,
That's a good point. I'll ask Mark.
thank you.
Next one is with Main Event Amusements, which is the ride company for the fair. The contract's for 18 rides, about 10 to 12 games, and then 3 food units. And the rides will be Sunday evening as a kind of a fair preview, and then Monday through Saturday afternoon and evening. And the contract's for $80,000, and that includes the rides, the games, and the units. And anything over $80,001 that was taken in on rides, the fair will get 15% of that back. And whatever is sold in rides goes toward the cost of the contract,
Gladly give
up
them
to that
15%.
$80,001.
We'll gladly give them 15%, right?
Yeah, I think it's a good
It's a good
contract.
contract.
It's great that they were able to find an amusement ride. When we were down at Fair Convention, there was several fairs, including Warren and I believe Lawrence County local fairs, that we're still looking for ride companies. There just aren't that many out there. And with the previous ride company not coming anywhere above Carolinas, so the options aren't many, but it looks like a great ride company. The rides look great if you go to their website. So
Appreciate the
I'm
fair
excited
board.
about it.
I appreciate the fair board too, because this is a significantly lower contract than what the prior ride contract, it's $60,000 savings, I think that's pretty
That's
good for
huge.
us, yeah, it's huge.
And the rides will be most likely back to where they used to be, up by the 4-H dairy and that area.
Good.
And then requesting approval of the contract with NAS HHCS for the 6-horse hitch competition. That's the Chuck Burns Memorial. And that'll be on Tuesday evening. This contract's a little different what they've had in the past. Before it was flat 15,000. Now it'll be 5,000 for the promoter, and then a minimum of 7 teams up to 10 teams, and it's $1,000 per team. So if they don't have the full 10 teams, it won't cost the fair board that full 15,000. So I think that's a good improvement there, and they're working on sponsors to help pay for that. Next one is for Full Pull Productions. That'll be the traditional truck and tractor pull. It's always been on Friday night. This year it'll be on Thursday. And this is a 1-year contract, very similar to what they've had before. Really, main change is just the day of the week. And then the last one is the contract with Northwest Pennsylvania Truck and Tractor Pullers Association. This is for Monday evening, the 22nd. Because the fair is officially doesn't start till Monday, there will certainly be activities, from Sunday on, with Darcy Lynn starting on Sunday. This is the tractor pull, the antique farm tractors and the stock farm tractors that were always Saturday morning. So this will be on Monday evening, and I think it's a good option, and they had an evening open since they're not doing as many concerts, so they're willing to get it. It's just a 1-year contract, see how it goes, but
Okay.
they're very excited about that show, and think there's a good chance that can be make a few bucks as well.
Okay, any questions? Okay, thank you.
Sure thing.
Assessment, and Gina's gonna handle for Joe.
Yeah, the first item is the 20 to 22 refunds. These refunds are done in that very incorrect Joshua and Maggie Wisniewski, West Mead Township for dwelling assessment inventory and error for 317,514. Rodney and Cindy Cottrell in Spring Township, dwelling assessment new in error for amount $1,566.78. Diane Tracy in Vernon Township, double wide assessment, 1-story dwelling in error, amount $396.86. And Amanda Enright in Titusville Third Ward, error on addition assessment, $22.66, for a total of $2,507.07.
Okay, any questions for that one? All right, go ahead.
And the next item is the 2021-22 losses. Christian Missionary Alliance Church in Greensboro, dwelling was destroyed by fire on 9/26/21. The refund amount is $171.68. Charles and Donna Karshia
questions on that one? All right, the commissioners, Gene will take A.
Approval for lodging and conference fees for Francis Wiederspan to
No,
attend
oh,
the
that's different.
Oh,
CCAP
you're going my
conference
place?
in Harrisburg from March 20th through the 22nd. The cost to the county is $210 for the conference and $331.20 for the hotel.
Okay, any questions? Okay. I'll handle B and C. B is the approval to create the appointment of the following people to the opioid settlement committee. This is the money that we'll receive through our settlement with the state. It's not all at once, it's actually in increments, which isn't a bad idea because it gives you an idea of when you can use it and how you spend it. The following people have agreed to serve on that committee. Laurel Learn, she'll be the chair. Anita Robinson from the Drug and Alcohol. Jason Nesbitt from the Center for Family Services. Samantha Stump from the St. James Haven. President Judge John Spataro. Troy Steininger, an at-large member. And John Slater, a Tysel Hospital pharmacist. Those folks, we appreciate their service and look forward to their suggestions to the commissioners in regards to how to spend that money in the future. And then C, we also are seeking to approve the resolution of an intergovernmental cooperative agreement with Erie County and Warren County. Erie County is actually hiring an individual to research and collect data for EMS services and notify municipalities of that data. It is a requirement for an EMS response plan that we currently are not providing here in Crawford County. So they have agreed to hire that in Warren and ourselves by a per capita adjustment or agreeing to offset the cost of that individual. And this is just the collaborative agreement for that to start. Okay. Upcoming events: the courthouse is closed for President's Day, February 21st. The next full session is February 23rd. The next work session is March 2nd. Any public comment? Commissioner comments. Commissioner Wiederspan.
I have none today, sir.
Commissioner Saw.
Not a comment, but a question. If we go all the way back to item number 1,
Item number 1.
what's the second item on there? The TEFRA approval certificate?
Wow, that's a good question, because
I mean,
we'll have to ask, I don't know.
Gina, do you
I just
have it?
missed it.
In conjunction with their initial items that they had for the initial item they had to approve there, the resolution, and it goes, it's an approval.
I didn't even see it.
Basically, that goes along,
Having to do with the refinancing?
Do we need to separately approve it, or
I
can we?
didn't know for sure, maybe Keith could help us determine that.
I don't recall there being a separate entry for the certificate when they come in front of you before, but you might go back to prior minutes.
It was the way that they had emailed it to us, so I didn't want to second guess them.
Yeah, if so, then I think he forgot to present it, because I was thinking of that at the same time when he was walking away,
Yeah.
and it looked like he hadn't presented the second part.
Okay. Just so long as we can get it figured out before next week.
Sure.
If we need to have them as two separate.
I can ask him when I get back to the office.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be
That'd
great.
be great.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That's all I have.
Okay.
Thanks.
I have nothing else today. We will see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you.